Horace Mann was born in 1796. He passed in 1859, aka the father of education.
Horace Mann stated, "Improvements in useful and often useless arts command solid prices, while improvements in education in the means of obtaining new guarantees for the permanence of all we hold dear, and for making our children's children wiser and happier. These are scarcely topics of conversation or inquiry. Do we not need, then, some new and living institution, some animate organization which shall save hundreds of children from being sacrificed to experiments which have been 100 times exploded?"
In 1796, Horace Mann was born in Franklin, Massachusetts. In Mann's early life, he grew up in poverty, receiving little to no education due to his social standing.
Due to Mann's educated state and his social standing, Mann educated himself by reading ponderous volumes from the Franklin Town Library. He went on to Brown University in 1816 and to study law at Litchfield Law School, and finally received admission to the bar in 1823. Let us begin why he is a pioneer in education. Horace Mann established the first common or normal schools, as most would call it, which would allow opportunities for poor, African American, and disabled children to get their education. The first normal school was established in 1839 in Lexington, Massachusetts.
These normal schools proved to be important as three-year colleges were simply designed to prepare for teachers.
Now, this man, in the sense of his name and as a person, was no pushover. He confronted controversy because he pushed for the separation of church and schools. Note that this was not a popular idea in the 19th century. Mann was often criticized and ridiculed from church pulpits, even though he was a vowed religious man.
Mann helped establish in 1837 the Massachusetts Board of Education, becoming the first Secretary of Education. Before then, however, Mann won a seat in the state legislature and in 1833 ran for state senator and won. Man, stay winning, man.
Alright, diving right into the 6 principles of Horace Mann's philosophy on education, or what education should be like. And
man, hold on. You gotta start doing it like this.
What do you mean?
Man, let's entertain the audience, man.
I got you. Alright, so what if we do something like this?
Man, turn that off, man. I was thinking something like this. Citizens cannot maintain both freedom and ignorance.
That was pretty good, but I'm not going to try to ride the beat. Principle 2. This education should be paid for, controlled, and maintained by the public. Principle 3. This education should be provided in schools that embrace children in varying backgrounds. Principle 4. This education must be non-sectarian.
Whoa. Why won't you ride the beat?
Alright, fine. Education must be taught using tenets of a free people.
Alright, bro. This education must be provided by well-trained professional teachers.
That concludes Mann's 6 philosophy principles that he would endow for education. Now, moving on to a story about Mann and who he was and what he went through, or something that he went through, was that previously stated before, Mann was a child of poverty. He was not taught by the most high-grade teachers that someone of a high social status, could actually get. And with that, like previously stated as well, he went to the public library and endorsed himself in volumes upon volumes of books to educate oneself. And this can just show that as long as you have motivation to do something, and motivation enough to become knowledgeable and intelligent, then you can do it.
Factual statement provided by us in this video help to show why Horace Mann is a pioneer in education and should be thought of so.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.